Good morning, happy Friday, and the last day of school as we know it. So, it just so happens we're doing the last page of your morning seat work math. Okay, it's RW and PW 155. We don't need a whiteboard, we can just talk about it together, okay? So it's talking about weeks, months, and years, and there's a chart that reminds you that, for one thing, in one day the hour hand moves around the clock twice. In one day the hour hand moves around the clock twice. Okay, so 12 plus 12 is 24. 24 hours in a day. So in other words, it could be 12 twice in one day, 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. and then 1 a.m. and 1 p.m. so on. That's what it's talking about, because there's 24 hours in one day. And then it reminds you that there are 7 days in 1 week: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and about 4 weeks make up 1 month. Some months might have 4.5, 5 weeks, but very few. And the calendar there shows 1 month, the month of January. And then it reminds you there are 12 months in 1 year, and there are about 52 weeks in 1 year. So you are to write more than, less than, or the same as to complete those sentences. So, perish the thought, but number 1 says Sarah had the flu for 8 days. This is 1 week. Well, if there's 7 days in a week, then 8 days is more than 1 week, right? More than. Then number 2 says Nate's family took a trip for 14 hours. This is 1 day. How many hours are in a day? 24 hours in 1 day. And their trip was 14 hours, so that would be less than 1 day. You're right. Nicole stayed with her aunt for 5 weeks. This is 1 month. Well, if there's about 4 weeks in 1 month and she stayed for 5 weeks, she stayed more than 1 month. Last but not least page has time relationships to remind you. So again, where you're writing more than, less than, or same as, and then it reminds you, let's read that. There are 24 hours in 1 day. There are 7 days in 1 week. There are about 4 weeks in a month. It's never perfect. There are 12 months in a year. That's a fact. And there are about 52 weeks in 1 year. So Paige's grandmother visited for 9 days. This is 1 week. 7 days in a week, so 9 is what to 7? More than. Mia's mom was away for 36 hours. That is 1 day. 24 hours in a day. Mom was gone for 36, so that is more than 1 day. It took Josh 3 weeks to read his book. 3 weeks is to 1 month. 4 weeks in a month, so 3 would be less than 4, right? Less than. Allie's little sister is 16 months old. Is she more than a year, less than a year, or is she a year old? So 12 months in a year, 16 would be what to 12? More than. Good. She is more than a year. She's a year and 4 months, right? Number 5, it says Marley was at camp for 5 weeks. Kate was at camp for 1 month. Who was at camp for a greater amount of time? If you consider 4 weeks in a month, then 5 is more. So Marley, right, would be the answer. And number 6, Ben collected baseball cards for 1 year. Ethan collected baseball cards for 54 weeks who collected baseball cards for a greater amount of time. Well, how many weeks are in a year? Look up there. And isn't it 52? I don't see it. Yes, 52 weeks in a year. So 54 is greater, more than. So Ethan is the right answer. Ethan collected the baseball cards for a greater period of time. Wing! You are done. Congratulations. Language today will be a little bit different, I believe, than what was on the lesson plan. We're not going to be reading chapter 5, where you're going to see, or I will post for you to look at, if you choose, the rest of part 1 of Little House on the Prairie. If you want to see part 2, the second disc, you're going to need to order the Disney version of Little House on the Prairie or rent it. Okay, and then this summer you can watch the rest of it. And it's really good. I think you would enjoy it, and I would strongly suggest it, but that's up to you, okay? So, it's been an interesting year. Been a great year up until, what, March 17th. I thoroughly enjoyed you guys. I was looking forward to the rest of the year. You guys have been great. You've been keeping up with your work. You've continued to be productive, and I've enjoyed the times that I've seen you. The drive by my house just will never, that memory will never leave me. That was such a surprise, and it was awesome, and it was emotional. And just all the cards and the notes, and your parents have been wonderful. I really would love to do it again with you guys next year. I would have no problem with that. But you would start to outgrow the chairs, and you wouldn't be able to get your legs under the tables. So it's time to move on to bigger chairs and bigger tables. And I know you guys are ready, and I know you guys are going to do great. So at least I'll get to see you. That is what makes me happy, that I will see you guys again. So thanks for being another one of my favorite groups of children, another favorite year, and enjoy your summer so much. And God bless you guys, and I love you so much. And after your language, you're on your own, okay? So continue your learning. You've got a summer packet of review pages where you can continue to practice. You've got your journal that you can continue your writing. You can find some great books to read over the summer, I hope. And so just keep working on your skills, but have a lot of fun doing that, okay? And I will see you in the fall, all right? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.